Be hated of all men for my name's sake. For what purpose? For my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You're going to conquer. Verse 14. And when you shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand, then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains. Where's Judea? That's where Jerusalem is. And we know from 2 Thessalonians, Antichrist sets up his throne on Mount Zion, the rock, the dome of the rock, claiming to be Jesus, okay, Messiah. So giving us the location. Well, what does it mean here, the abomination of desolation? Well, the 9th chapter and the 27th verse of the great book of Daniel makes it very clear. Dr. Moffat would translate this word, it, he. Why? Because in the Greek there is no word that means her, she, it, or the subject that is being discussed determines the value of the word, whether it should read it or he. Now naturally, if it's a condition, it would be it. If it is an entity, it would be translated he. So what does the 9th chapter of Daniel, verse 27 declare? It says, in the middle of the week, the desolator, not desolation, the desolator, an entity, a person, the Antichrist, shall come on the wings of desolation and deceive the world, if that be possible. So when you see the Antichrist coming, you better know it's at the door, okay? Verse 15, and let him that is on the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein to take anything out of his house. You're not going to need it. Where does a watchman stand? On the roof. And you better be a watchman, and you better be watching, especially now. 16, and let him that is in the field not turn back again for to take up his garment. In other words, the end is so close you don't need a change of clothes. 17, but woe to them that are with child and to them that give suck in those days. This has nothing whatsoever to do with a mother carrying a child in her womb. That's a blessing. But it has to do with false impregnation, but with the mark of the beast, that is to say, to have someone accept the false Messiah and be impregnated with his thoughts, his teachings, his study. And when the true Christ returns, expecting to find a virgin bride, as it is written in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 2 and 3, unfortunately, he said, I'm afraid, Paul would say, I'm afraid some of you are going to be like Eve and seduced by the wicked one, that's to say the devil. The word expatio, wholly seduced. So make sure you're not, and giving suck means to even be doing Satan's work, helping build his church, to help him build a congregation. One more verse, and pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. When do you want to be harvested? Do you know of any time that you harvest figs or anything else in the middle of the winter? You would be harvested out of season. Make sure that Satan doesn't harvest you out of season before the true Christ and the real marriage transpires, takes place. Don't be deceived.